How do you know the notes on the fretboard? This is a question I get asked a lot. Ideally, it would be good to just be able to learn every single fret on every string, each note, by name. But for someone who may be just starting out or even playing for a while, this may be cumbersome to get all that from the get-go. So what I suggest is using patterns to start that process. So my take is to memorize all the natural notes on the 5th and 6th string. So let's look. So starting with the 6th string, we look here at open E, F on the 1st fret, G on the 3rd fret, A, 5th fret, B, 7th fret, C, 8th fret, D, 10th fret, and E again. So once we have gotten this, the next thing we can think about is the fact that we have 2 E strings. So once we know the names of the E string, we already know the names of the 1st string, which is also E. So for the 5th string, the natural notes are A, open, B on the 2nd fret, C, 3rd fret, D, 5th fret, E, 7th fret, F, 8th fret, G, 10th fret, A again, 12th fret. So there are patterns that we can use to memorize the notes on the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th strings. So on the 4th string, any note that is 2 frets above a note on the 6th string, it's an octave higher string. So for example, if you have a G here, 2 frets up on the 4th string is a G, and A, 2 frets up on the 4th string is A, right? And the converse is true, 2 frets down on the 6th string is A. This also applies for the 5th string, 2 frets up on the 3rd string gives us the same note, an octave higher. So example C here, 2 frets up on that 3rd string is a C. D, 2 frets up on the 3rd string is a D. 5th string, 3rd string. So we're basically skipping a string here, like 5th string, going to the 3rd, 2 frets up to get that same note, an octave higher. And for notes on the 2nd string now, we can take the notes of the 5th string, and this time we can go 2 frets down. So if we're on C here, 2 frets down on the 2nd string is a C. D, 2 frets down on the 2nd string is a D. So this is a start in memorizing the notes. We're able to visualize patterns on the fingerboard. And once we have gotten familiar with these patterns in moving by frets of 2s, we'll eventually start to visualize other patterns along the neck of the guitar. But I would suggest getting familiar with these 2 fret movement patterns first before we explore other patterns. And once we know a natural note on the guitar neck, we can either go up or down for a semitone movement. So for example, going up from F, we know it's an F sharp, or going down from G, we know it's a G flat. So between the F and the G, we have a G flat or an F sharp. Another example, between G and A, we have a G sharp or an A flat. And we apply that to all the strings on the guitar. So using patterns to learn the notes on the guitar is okay. It gives us a start to start getting familiar with other notes up and down the neck. And over time, we'll be able to memorize those notes without thinking about the patterns.